This is Mark Schwartz from MTC Media with your Richmond at George Mason pregame. Generally, you do know most of the time I would be doing this from George Mason right before the game, but it looks like I'm going to get there right before tip today. So we wanted to do it now. So the two teams met 2 days ago, 62-59 Richmond Spider victory on the Jacob Gilliard three-pointer with less than a second left. Gilliard finished with 23 points. He was 8 for 14 from the field, 7 for 12 from the three-point line. The Spiders obviously were willing to trade, 3 for 2s or 2 for 3s, however you want to put it. They made 50% of their made field goals came from the three-point line. Of course, George Mason played with Josh Oduro and Ronald Polite. It is expected that Oduro will be available tonight, even though as of this recording, I have not gotten official word. As you know, he's been out due to concussion protocol. I know there's not any moral victories, but what George Mason did do, competing at Richmond on the road without your top scorer and the top scorer in Atlantic 10, was nothing short of showing how gutsy this team is. They had the lead in the second half, just couldn't hold on to it as Richmond got into a back and forth, and Gilliard hits the game-winning shot. And part of the problem for George Mason is turnovers. Ball security reared its ugly head. There was 16 turnovers that led to 21 Richmond points, and just flat out, whether Oduro's out, whether Polite's out, no matter who's out, they cannot have that type of performance with a lack of caring for the ball. And yes, I know Richmond has the reputation. The guy over there, that all-time leader and still stuff like that. It does not excuse 16 turnovers, and that has to change tonight. Keys, obviously Oduro needs to be healthy. We talked about that. You will see that the game would be a lot different if he is, especially from an offensive standpoint for George Mason. Deshaun Schwartz needs to be more efficient. He gets the ball inside, does some really good things in the paint, loves that step through, but wasn't very efficient the other night, 4 for 11 from the field, have some spin in and out. Sometimes he leans in with that left shoulder, and they call a charge, whether they think it's a charge or not. Sometimes I don't think it's a charge because it looks like a flop, but that's neither here nor there. He needs to be more efficient on offense. Last but not least, little stat for you. Mason is 4-2 in Atlantic 10 play when they attempt at least 23 pointers. And maybe tonight, when you have Oduro in, it'll open some things up. They'll get some better looks from the three-point line, and you'll see more of that explosive offense. So again, George Mason at home, hosting Richmond on what looks like an NBA back-to-back, to be honest with you, 7 p.m. on CBS Sports Network.